Yo. Welcome to another episode of Live from the Green Room, episode 51.
51.
Yes. I am your host, Trey, Elliot.
Joe Fox in the building.
And we have a very, very special guest joining us today who you guys seen on every funny Instagram, social media, on my Facebook skit that has millions and millions of views. Right now, she's on one of the biggest tours. You know what it is, tour with Martin Lawrence. She's on her own tour. She's doing so many big things. I know her when she started comedy, and I'm happy to have her here, y'all. Give it up for Daphnique Springs, everybody.
What's
Daphnique
up, y'all? Thank you. I mean, that wasn't a Shannon Sharp introduction, but I mean,
I don't
it'll
got
do.
the lisp like Shannon, so it ain't gonna never sound like Shannon. But I hooked you up. That was a good ass intro, y'all.
You were thinking about it along the way, though.
But you had so many accolades. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So I was just thinking about every accolade.
Next time, write my shit down and rehearse
Put
it.
it on a card.
Yeah, rehearse it.
The Green Room card.
We don't do it that way. You know what I mean?
We riffed it.
We just riff it, man. We just riff it, man.
The highlights, the best of the best. But you've been around the social media streets for a long, long time.
Yeah. But I've been in the comedy streets longer.
Right, but a lot of people been in the comedy streets, but they ain't doing what you've been doing. So that's what really.
Hey, I'm just trying to survive.
Hey, I'm just trying to survive.
So you know, with you, first of all, before we even get into all of that, how was everybody's Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving was good.
Okay, what you do?
Actually, my auntie's husband's family spent that with them when my mother was there.
Okay,
in Las Vegas.
Okay,
in Las Vegas.
All right, ate good.
Yeah,
leftovers.
Absolutely.
You still got them?
Nah.
No,
when it's your house and you're the one cooking, I feel like you have leftovers for like at least 3 to 5 days.
Okay.
But if you go over somebody's house and you eat there and you take a plate to go, like the leftover only lasts one day.
Yeah.
So Black Friday, you can basically eat a plate before you go out and shop for Black Friday.
Saturday
is gone.
It needs to be thrown out.
Yeah.
It needs to be thrown out. That's disgusting.
Yeah. And Fox, how was your Thanksgiving?
It was great. Did the Friendsgiving over at CT and Tangerine's place.
CT Clayton Thomas. Okay.
Now I brought 2 dishes.
Okay.
I did some wings.
Okay.
Sesame ginger.
Okay.
And chili lime.
Okay.
And the other dish was...
That sounds like a Friendsgiving dish.
Yeah.
That shit don't even sound like Thanksgiving.
You don't have that at regular
sound like you picked it up from KFC or Wingstop.
No, I made them, baby. I made them from the scratch of, the beginnings of the... Yeah.
It sounds like you did.
I killed the chickens.
Okay.
No. And I did sesame noodles. No, those I don't think were a hit.
Okay.
So it was mad sesame.
If you have to say, I think it wasn't a hit.
Because maybe they didn't see it because where it was placed, it was in the same place where I put it, which was with the rest of the food.
They saw it. It just wasn't a hit.
Yeah. I think they went like this.
Black people, sometimes we don't even need to taste it. We could just look at it and be like, we don't mess with that.
I think that's what it was. That's what I was telling Trent. I said, man, if I used regular noodles, like regular spaghetti noodles, I think maybe they would have done it.
What kind of noodles did you use?
I use brown rice.
That shit sound nasty.
Yeah.
No.
Sound like somebody should have beat your ass just for bringing that. You deserved at least a little slap to the face.
No one knows
that it was yours.
Okay.
I wasn't confident.
Now I don't know if you know this or not, but me and Daphnique have a unspoken competition with our desserts.
I've already won. It was actually a competition that year.
Where we
from scratch.
With our banana pudding.
Yeah, and mine won.
And now mind you, my banana pudding, we was going to Robbie Reed's house every year.
You were saying that last week. Yeah.
And I would bring my banana pudding every year. So they were used to my banana pudding. They already know what my banana pudding was used like.
To it.
One year, Daphnique decides to bring her banana pudding.
And I won.
Well, she ain't win shit.
I didn't win a prize, a consolation prize, but I definitely won bragging rights because people tasted both banana puddings and they said that mine was the best. Nah. And here's the thing, he's trying to play up this, they was used to mine. A whole year had wore off from the taste of your banana pudding. They taste 2 banana puddings.
That's how good my banana pudding is.
And they liked mine better. I'm the queen of banana pudding.
Never.
So let me ask this. What's the difference between yours and yours?
Taste.
No, Let me. Okay, not the taste. We know there's a difference in taste, but what do you do different in your banana pudding?
Why would I give my competition my secret?
You don't have to give me the recipe, but what do you do? You don't have to tell us.
Mine just made with love. Mine is a secret family recipe. Is my Aunt Gladys's recipe.
Okay,
shout out to my Aunt Gladys. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
You know, and now that she's passed away, I just got to keep the tradition going.
Okay, he's got some motivation.
I think he missed a couple of pieces in there. Like even for instance, he probably don't put vanilla extract. And that probably make a major difference.
Vanilla extract.
And let me ask you a question. What you said your aunt, what's her name?
My Aunt Gladys.
Gladys. She rolling over in her grave, knowing that your banana pudding out here losing.
But vanilla extract, if you ain't put vanilla extract in it, that's the only reason I got vanilla extract in my cabinet is for my banana pudding.
Oh, Lord.
What else are we using vanilla extract for? Every now and again, I might put in my pancake mix every once and again. But the only reason I got vanilla extract.
Okay, so Trey does this thing on his Instagram. Y'all go check out Trey Elliot's Instagram where he shows his meals.
Grilled
they look
avocado.
like shit that was made in the prison bunker. And you think that his banana pudding mix beat mine?
We're going to have another banana pudding off.
Okay.
We will have another.
And I shall win again.
And I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to come here.
Yeah.
And we're going to do a taste test here.
Yeah.
And
I shall win.
And we're gonna get to the bottom of this shit. Or we're gonna do it somewhere where multiple
he the type of person too. Trey the type of person. If when I win again, he gonna be like, oh yeah, if a guy takes, he probably liked you or something like that. No. Just hate the hate be real. It gotta be something. It can't just be that it's good. It gotta be because he probably wanted to take you out or the hate gonna be real. Or because you got more Instagram followers. He'll try some shit like that. Nah, it's just I'm better at banana pudding.
We're gonna do it where there's multiple people.
I ain't even gonna tell you my secrets, but I need to tell you because I want yours to be better. I really do from the bottom of my heart.
I'm gonna ask you this: you don't put yours in the oven, right? Okay.
I'm not giving you that. Do you put yours in the oven?
I don't.
I don't either.
Okay.
Oh wow!
I do. See, I'm trying to see what you saying.
I don't put mine in the oven.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know
that's why that shit was. You should have put it in the oven. It was a little watery.
You crazy?
It was a little watery. It was runny. It was runny.
That's how I know she don't even remember my banana. We gonna make it again.
I'd be a good guinea pig because
you like banana pudding.
No, I'm not a big banana pudding person. So I'm not like partial to anything. So whatever is better really will be better.
Right, we're gonna do it. We're gonna record it. We're gonna film it. We're gonna put it on there and we're gonna have a banana pudding taste off. Yeah, what I mean?
Taste off.
I ain't gonna trust no nigga in a thermo. We gotta get a real person to actually taste it.
We're gonna have several people.
Yeah,
we're gonna have several people to taste it.
He got on an undershirt as a real shirt. I can't trust his taste buds.
You know, Daphnique gonna have some shit to say.
But I have perspective. I have a very sensitive palate. I will be a great judge.
But I'm glad everybody had a good holiday, man. And so, I mean, a lot of people are already familiar with you, Daphnique. And Joe has said something about as far as social media and, you know, your stand-up. Do you think your social media is what helped your stand-up, or do you think it's the other way around? Like, how do you think as far as
I've been doing stand-up before social media became like even a real thing.
Right,
right. Yeah, but just being able to make content, I look at it as nowadays you can have like your own show, your own channel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can make it whatever you want, geared towards giving people content.
So for the people saying they want to get into business, like, yo, I want to do stand-up or whatever, would you recommend like, hey, focus on content as well? What advice would you tell somebody who lives in Nebraska or who's not really out here in Hollywood, how to go about, you know, getting in the game? Would you advise them to focus more on their social media first or more on their stand-up material first? Or what do you think?
I would advise them to stay in Nebraska and leave us alone. and advise them that it's really hard to make it unless you go to a Diddy party. And Diddy in jail, so good luck.
That's hilarious. So social media.
Next question.
With social media and your stand-up, as far as you using social media to leverage your stand-up, how would you say, what's the best way you would say a new comedian that was doing that to put themselves out to exposure?
Just put content out.
I was expecting a more bountiful answer.
I don't have a more bountiful answer because
Well,
it's just like most people just not putting content out. Just put something out there. Just figure out what works for you.
Okay,
it's no formula.
Okay.
It's just like Hollywood. How long we been out here? You hear about somebody just moved here and they make it tomorrow, and then you hear about somebody hustling for 40 years, and then they finally get that one role that changed their life. So it's just geared towards every single person. Just do what's best for you.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of comedians, and I know we've had this conversation before. You choose the material that you put out there versus, oh, this is a good clip. We'll make some good content. Do you ever?
It sounds like y'all trying to get free advice.
No.
We
We just talk
I don't
about
know.
the business.
I know.
I'm only talking about it as a comedian. Like, here's some material that is not on the special. Does it need to be in your content on social media?
Yeah, put it everywhere.
Put it everywhere. She thinks
The thing about it is that sometimes the people that come to shows may have not seen the stand-up videos. And some of the people that see them, if they really liked it, they don't mind seeing it again. That's why you get older comedians that have been doing the same jokes for like 20 years in the circuit, and they keep getting the audience to come back because people don't even retain information that well. So even if they saw it on your social media 3 weeks, 4 weeks out, they're not going to remember the joke verbatim. Usually when they come, they can hear it and be like shocked and laugh again because it's basically it's so much content nowadays. I feel like people don't even retain information like that.
And plus, it's not like you doing a whole 5-6 minute bit on social media too. They see the whole thing when they see it live. So, yeah.
I think the comedians that's been doing the same jokes for 35, 40 years, I just think they just need to retire. I think.
Tell George Wallace and
It's
Ron
crazy
White to
because,
retire.
oh my God, you dropping names. But here's the thing.
You gotta tell them to retire?
Yeah, but I'm just saying, you don't tell musicians to retire.
Well, but see, it's a different ball game.
One got a beat to it, the other one don't.
Yeah, but when it comes
They both
to,
got rhythm.
Yeah, but see, the art of stand-up, you still want that element of surprise every so often from that artist. Because it's stand-up. And if you heard it before, like we all could watch You So Crazy over and over again and laugh, even though we know the joke that's coming up.
Yeah.
I can say. But that still doesn't take away from you wanting that artist to create something new.
I think artists
people
will
should
do that.
Yeah.
I think true artists are going to create something new.
And evolve as the time evolves.
Evolve and also still have your hits. It's almost like when you mentioned singers that have their hits, but sometimes when you hear them live, they do a little something different with it.
Yeah, you'd be like, yeah, right.
They do a little something different.
Yeah.
They remix it or they sing it a little bit different. There's more soul, there's more life in it.
Because if we went to a Soul For Real concert and they did a new song, we're going to be like...
Most people going to be pissed.
Yeah, we're going to be like...
Especially if you be like, I don't know this one. I want to sing along.
Play Candy Rain.
Yeah, and I think it's different, like you said, for stand-up. But also I think people that are in the business like us three, we judge comedy different than the average consumer who actually just be like, yo, I love this person. I want to support them. I want to come out and laugh. And that jokes makes me laugh. So that's why people are able to do the same jokes for 20 years. I mean, it's what like TK Kirkland, he say, Who raised you? That makes me laugh every time. It's still an element of surprise. I know it's coming, but it's just so funny to me.
But it's everything he says before that's different though. So I
don't remember anything. I don't remember stuff being different.
What he's saying before.
That's what I'm saying. But the tag is so strong.
That's his
you know what I mean?
Like he's known for saying that.
Yeah, so it's funny. He could be delivering new stuff, but the catchphrase is what really
was getting you.
Yeah, grabs me.
Yeah.
But I was at the Laugh Factory and I saw Howie Mandel. Now, I know who he is because he was a stand-up, because he was an actor, he did some movies or whatever. But as a comedian, that's not a comedian that I just studied and watched. So when I saw him do his material, I'm just like, is that new? I don't know if it's new or not.
Right.
So after years, 20, 30 years of not seeing him, I'm like, he's still got it.
Yeah.
Like he still knows how to do this. So I think that's cool. So I don't think somebody like that should retire. But I see what you're saying. It's like, yo, man.
We all know the niggas out here.
I understand what you're saying. It's a nigga, you ain't changed.
Here you go. Here you go.
He don't
even people in our class or class below, it's just like, if you're not writing, I don't feel like you just exercising the muscle the right way. It's like, you gotta.
So it's like, it's the same 10 minutes.
Yeah, nobody wants to hear the same 10 minutes over.
Y'all don't want to hear it. It's like, damn.
I don't want to hear
That's why comedians are in the back of the room saying, oh, he's doing that such and such joke.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, he's still doing that.
Yeah, man. I think, and especially out here, I feel like out here is such a showcase city. Mm-hmm. But I tell people a lot, and y'all could agree or disagree, you have to get to a point to where you're not showcasing anymore. Meaning you have to get to a point to where you're not performing, to where you're performing, where you're not performing for the audience, or you're not performing for the promoters to be like, hey, I'm funny. You got to get to a point to where you're just performing for yourself. Does that make any sense? Mm-hmm. Like, you can't be afraid to try new things or to take your chances. You know, because a lot of times when we first move out here, we're like, boom, boom, boom. I just got to just make sure y'all know I'm funny. I'm going to do this bit, this bit, this bit. And the real element of who you are is not being displayed because you're so busy performing instead of just being regular and being natural. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with hey, I want to perform for me. I want to take some risks. I agree with that. But the performance, people, I think there should be a balance there. You should be able to, hey, I just want to try some stuff and not have to worry about the pressure of being good. But when you can just perform like that, that is the performance in the art. It doesn't matter how you come off. You're pleasing the audience. I think that, I don't think you should ever turn that off.
Right.
Yeah. I think that's like a stage attitude type thing. Like, why are you even here? You want to give it to the people? Because you need them.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm just here for myself. Well, I'll stay at home and do it in the mirror.
Right.
Now, you need the people, man.
Nah, you definitely do. You definitely do. And then with being a woman in the game, do you find it harder to navigate, or do you find it easier to navigate being a woman in the game and being a funny woman in the game? Do you feel like, you know, I feel like the game is so dominated with men. Do you feel like the competition is harder for women because it's not that many, or you feel like it's just a fair game? Like, how you feel about especially being a Black woman in the game? Where do you?
So here's the thing that I stopped doing years ago is creating all of these obstacles, even if they do exist. Mm-hmm. So I don't go into any of the realms of things or move in this business like, oh, I'm a woman, or, oh, I'm a Black person, oh, I'm a Black woman. Like, I don't move like that. Hey, I'm a comedian. These are my jokes. This is who I am. That's how I choose to move. But yeah, are all those things subconsciously, obstacles? Of course. Yeah. But I'm never going to speak that because I see so many women that go around talking about, oh yeah, it's hard for women comedians. Well, if you constantly speak that shit, then that's what it becomes. Right. And I'm just not going to speak any of that because you talk to all different types of comedians and they have obstacles. I think we live in a business full of obstacles. Do I feel like sometimes, have I felt like before, like, oh, you might be farther if you were a white woman? Yeah, probably so. Yeah. But if so, I can only live in the moment of where am I at now? What can I do? I have the power of the internet. I have the power to reach the people and not be fully just dependent on gatekeepers. Right. So I can have a sense of control to gatekeep myself on a daily basis and put out content, whether it be a podcast, whether it be sketch, whether it be stand-up. Right. That's what I can control. And therefore, even though obstacles exist where somebody may be like, well, we don't want a woman on the show. Well, somebody else does. You know what I mean? And right. I try not to just think like that because to me, life is full of obstacles. If you constantly keep focusing on that kind of stuff, it becomes your reality because I do believe in the power of the tongue. Amen. Right? And what I speak to the universe is what I'm going to get back. If I feel like it's hard for a woman, guess what? It's going to be hard for me as a woman. Yeah. I just be like, fuck it. I'm a comedian and it's going to be hard, but I'm going to put my all into this and I'm going to get back what I'm supposed to get. It may not be today. It may not be tomorrow, but it's going to be in the future. Yeah. That's just how I choose to move.
No, that's facts. That's good. Yeah, that's a good way of thinking.
Yeah, because I feel like you have so many resources nowadays that whereas if I was a Black female comedian coming up in the 90s, I probably could say, hey, yeah, it's difficult.
Right.
But with the power of an iPhone and a cell phone and be able to just literally in a couple buttons upload content to the internet and build my own audience off of that, I can't live in that realm of this is an obstacle, this is difficult.
What was one obstacle you faced to where you was like, or what was one pivotal moment that have happened to you to where you was just like, you know what, I'm about to just go hard. I'm about to build this audience. I'm about to show these motherfuckers that I am the shit and this is what I'm gonna do. Like, was there a pivotal moment or something that happened?
Yeah, pivotal moment would be niggas trying to have sex with you.
Okay. No,
you know what I mean? That's real shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And people conform to that, or people drop out because of that. Or I just be like, all right, nigga, let me catch up to you.
There you go.
That's how I look at it.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like, I'm not here to be with the comedians. I'm here to work. You hear what I'm saying? So it's like, what I like about things is you don't have to be dependent. You get some comedians that make jokes like, if a woman go on tour with me, she got to sleep with me, da-da-da-da-da. Well, guess what? You could just do your own thing and build your own audience and get your own tour.
And then you
it may not be as grand,
and then you can bring niggas along and decide if you want to sleep with them.
I don't.
Be like,
I have comedians that I work with all the time, but you know, I don't want that type of dynamic. I don't never want people to feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be feeling uncomfortable. And I would say with the sketch thing, it was just like getting rejected when I screen tested for SNL. Okay. So once I saw that, I was like, oh, okay. Boom. I looked at you when you sign the contract, you see what the pay is for 7 years out. I mean, of course, they probably negotiate later on when you're on there for a while, but you literally see what the pay is for 7 years. And first year out making sketches, I beat that. You see what I'm saying? So with that being said, it's just being consistent.
You ain't gonna clap, Joe? I was clapping.
He said, wow, that was good enough. Yeah. But the thing about it is that
when people say good.
So
I go ahead. Joe being funny today.
So just to be able to do that. But what I gotta work on nowadays is that as you get older and you get more comfortable, you start to lose a bit of your hustle. Think about it. Are you the same? Do you have the same heart and hustle mentality that you did in your 20s? I don't.
No. I don't have the same energy.
I don't even have. I don't think I have. Yeah. When I first came out here, it was just like the motivation to like just be great and try to make it, and the energy. Like I was on 1,000, man. I can do 7-8 sketches in a day, 4-5 days a week, putting on their ass, coming up with. This is before now where I can rely on trends where you could see somebody else ideal and just kind of they say steal, but actually I had a meeting with one of these social media platforms, and they told us that's what you should do. They promote that if somebody starts a trend, which is a sketch, you do your own variation of that sketch.
Right.
And so they're promoting that. So I'm like, okay, boom, that takes the pressure off of me. But back in the day, how many people did that shit to me? But that's cool. You know, do what you do. I've never got mad at it. I'm the originator. You keep it moving. But nowadays, shit so muddled. You don't know who the originator is. You don't know who to give credit to.
Don't nobody even care. The consumers don't care.
But people literally will watch the same from different couples and just watch their takes of this whole thing about like, if I'm the girlfriend, you the boyfriend, you try to shut me up with food. Like you've seen that before, but you don't know where you've seen it, or you see different takes of it and it's still funny.
And you just better hope yours are one that
go viral.
But you know what's crazy though? Even going viral now, is so many videos going viral. It's so many.
And some of them are bad. Some of them are good. Some of them are, just like by accident.
I think once you figure out whatever works for you, that formula that says, I know I have a high chance of going viral with this type of
I don't
material.
think you can predict viral.
I don't think you can.
Unless you like on a King Batch level.
Some of the very few times I went viral, I wasn't even expecting it to go viral. I was just like, oh shit,
even at my stage, I can't predict going viral. Because sometimes I look at my analytics every day and I'm like, damn, how did this get 20 million views?
The wackest shit.
It be the stuff you never expect.
I think for you, the things that do go viral and you try, oh, okay, that works. Okay, let me try that again. Let me try that again.
Nah, I don't do that.
You don't do that, but
I've had a video that went viral. The one that went crazy viral. Still got the most views on Chocolate Sunday's Instagram page. I never got a plaque, a trophy, or nothing.
I got a plaque.
Lonnie, I'm gonna call Lonnie out and say, it's our inside joke. I still got the most views on your Instagram page. 15 million views, over 15 million views. Nobody beat that shit. Anyway, I reposted it several times and it wouldn't go viral again. It will do okay, but it wouldn't catch, the wave. So you just don't never know. Yeah, but you said something though. You said the older you get, you feel like your hustle it slows down. Right.
And that's something I search for like every day is like, yo, you got to refine your passion and your hustle, because it's like, I also have money that's basically just, reoccurring. You know what I mean? Yeah, reoccurring income. And so it's just like, sometimes, but do I be like, yo, I need to do this and do that? Then I'll be like, I should watch TV. I should take a nap. But when I was younger, when I came out this bitch, I was fearless. That's how I made it to a certain comfort zone. But it's like, yo, I got to go to another level. And I plan on doing that in 2025. I'm on y'all ass.
Yeah, I'm ramping it up 2025. I ramped it up a lot.
But sometimes they say, I read books, you should start now. But it's just like, I've
been ramping it up.
So outlook.
Mine is going to be a continuation from what I've been doing. Yeah. Like once I put my foot on the pedal, I didn't really slow down. But the thing is, we are so busy, and I just read this other day, we are so busy being in hustle mode, we still need time to really, because, at the end of the day, when all the shit is said and done, it's done.
You gotta take time.
You gotta take time to enjoy. You gotta take time to
enjoy your success.
Yeah, and it's sometimes I look at Kevin Hart and I'm like, yo, he's the most successful. I look at like as far as well-rounded, like commercials, production company, television, film, stand up. And I'm like, yo, he's the most well-rounded. But then sometimes I think like, yo, how hard is he working? Like sometimes I'll be like, do you want to work that hard in this lifetime?
Yeah.
I think he built up a whole lot of momentum. I mean, who's to say how he, relaxes or whatever in between the the blips on the radar. Well, it's like when you just never know.
It just seems like he don't sleep.
It's a lot.
That's what it seems like.
That's why he said when he got in that accident, he had to really learn how to take some time off, because he was like, yo, like that could have been it.
Yeah.
And I got to take time to spend with my family. And at the end of the day, yo, when you think about the most successful people who aren't here no more, you think about think about a Michael Jackson who accomplished all the shit he's accomplished.
Yeah.
Who could get whatever he wanted to get, whether he had the money in the account or not. If he just walked into a store and said, I want this, that, they was like, all right, they would write it down and deliver it to his house.
Yeah.
There was nothing he couldn't get access to, right? Going at 50.
Damn, he died.
Going at 50.
Did he actually make 50? Or is he like
made 50.
Okay, he did make 50.
Made 50.
Assassinated at 50.
And then guess what? The Never Land Ranch is quiet.
Man.
Wherever he was living is quiet. All them things he had is just there.
It's just there.
He's gone.
You can't take it with you.
And at the end of the day, I'm sure before whatever, it's just like, what really mattered to me at the end of the day? You know what I'm saying? And we fight so hard and hustle so hard every day to get to here and get to there. And a lot of times they say when you get there, you just like, oh, this is what it is.
Now,
I work so hard.
What
to
do you
get
do
this.
now? Like now, what am I supposed to do?
I mean, you want to get it, but you still want to take time, especially because, like you say, you get older, you be in these streets like a Vivica. You know what I'm saying? You be in these streets like a El Ray, Lisa Ray.
El Ray.
You 60, 58, talking about the kind of man you want, or who you ain't going, the kind of man you don't want, or you only gonna date somebody that can afford your lifestyle and all this shit. Is just like, at the end of the day, what where you at? What's important?
I think we talked about that before, but it's like when you get to a certain point of success and you want to share it with somebody, I think that's part of the frustration. You want to share it with somebody who you think is worthy to be sharing it with. And it comes with all that laundry list of requirements.
So do you think the older you get as a woman, that list gets longer, or do it get more out of reach?
What?
Like just you know, like you say, when you get to a certain age, you done hustle. Now you find yourself in your 50s. You acquired everything
I ain't
you
in my
want.
50s. I ain't even in my 40s.
No, I said once
Shit.
you get
clear
there.
that shit up.
Yeah.
We on a podcast.
I didn't say you was in your. I said once you
I
get.
don't know. I ain't there. Shit, I'm in my 30s.
But I'm
Daphne
saying,
is in her 30s, 30 something.
Okay.
I got you.
I'm younger than both of y'all.
Okay.
At this point, I'm the youngest person in the room.
I'll be 44.
I'm the youngest person in the room.
Yeah, I'm happy you're 45. I'm happy with every age I see.
Yeah.
Yep.
I can't tell you what 50 like.
So for now,
I can't
30.
tell you what 40s are like.
So 30.
Yep, I can tell you what 30s are like.
So then what are your views if you can look at a 50-year-old woman or a 60-year-old woman in the business from sitting back, what is your opinion on that? Like,
I don't really think about them like that. You know what I mean? I wish everybody the best, but I don't really think about like you're this age or whatever. I think people are entitled to do whatever they want. What you get is what you get. You know what I mean? You ain't always gonna get out what you speaking, but you know, I just think about it like, yo, I just want to get back to a point of where I'm like on they ass, like working hard, because I feel like I done took a couple of years break. I did go hard in New York for stand up, but then I want to get back on content heavy. Like for the last, I would say 3 years, I've recorded every time I went on the road. So now it's about going back, watching all those videos, cutting those videos up and making content out of that video. You see what I'm saying? So that's the hustle part. Doing something, which I don't know about you guys, but it's really hard to watch myself.
Yeah, especially when you're doing those same jokes and then you see.
You got to find stuff in between, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, all right, this joke works here. I felt better when I told it here, but the audience wasn't where they needed to be, like, you know, like the size of the audience. Oh, this is a dope ass audience here. Oh, I didn't even do this joke. So that's kind of grueling.
I did tell myself I was going to start listening to more of the footages, like when I'm on the plane, when I'm flying to the next city. I could, while I'm on the plane, just listen to the footage, you know, because a lot of times I tag my own shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know, when you hear your jokes, you're like, oh shit,
I should have done this.
This is a perfect tag.
Yeah.
I do that often, but I don't do it as often. I was doing it at one point often, but now I slow down with doing it. Because at city after city, like, I don't feel like watching this footage. Because you do get tired of hearing your jokes. It starts to not sound funny anymore to you because you just like, because you're bored with it. You're just like,
But when the audience is having fun and you didn't do the joke I should have told here is this, and I didn't do it because I was having fun with the audience or whatever. So the bit that you want to put out there is like, damn,
it's like game.
Let me wait. Like let me see if I can run that play on the next one.
But I definitely told myself I'm going to start doing that more. Like, yo, just to sharpen up.
And even with the podcast, you kind of got to look at the podcast and find the jokes and the material to post. It's like you got to find stuff to post. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work because listen, you looking through an hour and a half of worth of content, and when you look through an hour, just say an hour worth of content, you with the stopping and playing and cutting and figuring out the time stamping, that shit really take about another just. Time stamping takes about another hour on top of an hour. And then to go back and cut those videos up, right? To actually take that bit out of of this shape, right? And then that's another about an hour. And then to go back and, this shit is work.
Yo, they just got hit the clickbait.
Yeah.
Joe and Tony.
I called him up and said, yo, man, what do we need to call this? So
these niggas do nothing about clickbait and how to clickbait until somebody else clickbaited our shit and started in other people's clickbaiting our shit, getting hundreds of thousands of views. Then I come back like, now do y'all niggas understand what the thing is about clickbaiting and why it's important to title it the way we have to title it?
I think that's the clickbait technique. What is it about your title that makes it clickable, or the thumbnail or whatever? But really, it's that title. Depends on what platform you on. But like, if somebody's searching on something, they want to be able to see it and say, "Oh, let me click on that." Just like that. That is what I wouldn't hip to. I know what clickbait is because I don't like when I click on some shit and they're trying to sell me something. Right. That's the clickbait. I was thinking
it's like, what's going to get the people to say, "Hey, out of all these views that are all these videos that are circulating on social media, what makes me want to click on this one and see what.
The new thing isn't the new thing anymore. You know, it's gonna move on. Look, this is what people are doing now to make the video, the content more enticing. Why they have to do that? Because there's so much out there. Like what you said, just people doing the same, a different version of the same thing. What makes yours stand apart? You know.
I don't think you have to do that with clickbait. You just simply just writing what you're talking about. You get what I'm saying? And then you just put that out there for people to engage with. And we live in a world too in social media where people want to have opinions. Everybody want to just state their opinion. So if you can get anything that's argumentative,
right,
where people can strongly agree or strongly disagree with it, not just laugh. If they can strongly agree, disagree, relate, why they relate to it, the like and the dislike of it, that's what makes stuff go viral.
That's why the 50-50 conversation. Yo, it don't matter how many people post it, how many times you see it, a 50-50 debate as far as who gonna pay, gonna always get
your solution ain't everybody's solution to that. And there's no way to say, you know what, we've solved this problem.
There will never be a solved problem when it comes to somebody paying 50-50 in a relationship.
It's so relatable.
Social media.
It's so relatable. Any topic like that. Battle of the sexes, all of that is always going to be something for somebody.
Something that
people want to hear or click or want to put their 2 cents in, you know.
Now, with you being out here for as long as you've been out here, and we're always...
I've been out here since 2000, Christmas Day 2009, so really 2010.
And we've, like you said, coming out here in the beginning, we were there out
every night.
100.
Boy, that's part of keep us off these comedy streets.
Yeah,
whether we was hanging out, whether we was on stage, whether we was begging and asking. Now I'm just like, there. Shit, I want to stay home.
It's like going to the parties and all that. Yeah. They're not as exciting as it was anymore. But what was probably one of your most exciting parties you say you went to?
Other than the Diddy party, because I heard.
I've never been to a Diddy party. I mean, I've been to a club where Diddy was in the club, but that was in Miami. But it wasn't like a house party or anything.
Not at his spot.
I would say, man, we used to have a good time at Tyrese's house in Jamie Foxx.
Yeah. Yeah, used to have a good time. I remember I went to one Fox party. That's when Quincy Jones was there. Everybody was there, and I was just like,
Quincy Jones was there at the party at Jamie Foxx's house. I was there too.
Christmas party.
And Wiley Edwards said that he kind of sexually rubbed his leg.
Sexually rubbed, as opposed to not sexually rubbed, just rubbed it. Why are you rubbing?
I ain't heard. I ain't hear. He ain't never say that. But
you told me that story.
He's never gonna rub anyone again.
That was a little brutal.
Nah,
I had an experience with Quincy Jones, and
he touched you sexually?
What happened?
Well, y'all know I used to work at the
He's bisexual. Go ahead.
Is he? Oh, I didn't know.
Well, allegedly. I mean, I don't know that to be fact, but
when I worked at the airport, he came through there, and I had to give him a pat down because he was in a wheelchair, which was I didn't know. It just looked strange to me that this Quincy Jones was in a wheelchair, but I had to give him a pat down in that chair.
So it looked like you was the one harassing him.
Yeah, I was a little pissed off of his response to the whole thing because he's Quincy Jones. And I'm over here trying to give him reverence and respect because, the youngsters around, they didn't know who it was. They said, who is it? Man, this is Quincy Jones. Yeah. Everything that you ever heard in your ear musically, this man probably wrote it. So I thought he heard me giving him the respect that he deserved, whatever. So I'm in the in pat down mode. He's in the wheelchair, so I'm patting him down in this area right here, and I felt this lump. And now I trained to stop. Hey, what is this? I had my hand on one of his testicles.
Oh, it was that long.
Yeah, down. It was down here. I didn't expect it to be down there. I mean, who expects balls to be whatever? But
he 80-year-old balls, they gonna be down there.
However, I don't care how old they are. I don't want to touch them, so it shouldn't be. Right. So I stopped.
You had them all in your hands.
He cussed me out something. He said, "What you feeling on? You feel something? You like that?" I was like, "What?" I was like, "I'm just doing my job."
Like sir. allegedly, he's not gay.
I don't know what he allegedly is or isn't.
I'm saying he not if he checked your ass for touching his balls.
Well,
you
don't
ball
have
toucher.
Your sexual orientation does not necessitate. I want you to feel my balls. I don't want to. But he felt offended.
So he got mad at you.
He got mad. He started cussing me out. So I said, Mr. Jones,
that sounds very heterosexual.
Well, then all the people who thought that he wasn't hetero, then now you know, because he got mad at me. Now I say feel, and I was given a pat down. That's the official term.
Right, he was working.
I was working, and I actually
horrible job to have, but you was working.
Yeah, because you're not bad looking. So if I was a gay man and you touch my balls, I'd be like, all right.
I don't even want to dignify any type of imagination that might even bring up in my mind.
Some people, if they touch my balls, I'll be like, hey.
Yeah.
Well, they should have at least.
You got a ball touching face.
As a pat down specialist. as a pat down specialist. No, but that was my interaction with Quincy Jones. Cool. He eventually, stopped, being mean to me, cussing me out. But he cussed me out for a good 2 minutes.
Damn.
Dropping F-bombs, and do you know who I am? I said, yeah, I done told everybody.
They said Quincy Jones left how much money to each of his kids? It was something stupid, like 18 million or.
I wish he was my daddy.
To all who you
filthy. Man, I heard about.
I said that to my dad. Like, you see this, Walter?
Okay.
You see when you couldn't put a chord, a nothing, a song, and nothing together. I don't even think
my daddy gonna leave me $50.
Listen.
I might have to pay for it. Yeah.
Might have to give him a pat.
I literally had a conversation with my dad. Yesterday.
You got to pay for the funeral costs.
I literally just had a conversation with my dad yesterday. He was like, because when talking about my aunt, which was his sister, he's like, well, when I go, hopefully you'll be able to buy you a bottle of something. And he laughing. I'm like, oh, no, Dad. Yo, when you go and it ain't there, nigga, wherever you die, that's where you gonna be. You gonna be right there. Like, it ain't no feel. Hey, he ain't had no money. Room me in 305. Yeah. All right, he just gonna be.
Damn.
He's gonna stay in 305 until somebody comes scoop him.
Damn, that's cold blood. My grandma be asking people. She don't got no assets. My grandma be asking everybody to fly her back to Georgia from California. And I'm
like, you better start saving now.
we can't prop your dead ass body up on the airplane and just send you to the other side of the country.
Black people.
Shit. Only way your ass getting to Georgia is cremation.
No,
ain't nobody shipping your body. You know how much it costs to ship a body?
Listen.
That shit is expensive.
How much money?
All black people be asking for shit and don't have no damn assets.
How much money is grandma getting every month with her Social Security?
About 800.
You tell her to save $50 a month. So when it's that time, when the upper room call her, be like, all right, grandma, to save $700.
Teach her to use cash.
That's asking for a lot on somebody else's budget, grandma. Because black people, if they ain't get insurance. Like life insurance when they were like our ages, that shit is too expensive, or you cannot get it.
Or they only getting a $10,000, or they just getting enough.
But that $10,000 policy would still be like $200-300 a month. That's a lot of money. You might as well just go ahead and just try to put up a GoFundMe or stand outside on the cross on the major street and hold up a sign.
They can get a
and
final
my grandma,
expense.
I'm like, girl, ain't nobody about to ship your body. We be telling her we gonna ship our body to Georgia, but I just be lying because I'm like, grandma,
so
whatever state you die in is the state in the city you get buried in.
Every time you go to Georgia, she gonna haunt you. Yeah. You get in there. Ooh.
And ain't nobody want to go to Georgia no way, so she can have it.
Yeah,
some
but you're
people
right,
buy their plots. They said, you got it because I've already paid for it over here.
Yeah.
Well, you shouldn't move from there.
Black people got to do better with that. Like, I talk about it on stage all the time. It's just like, and now it's just me. My sister's not here anymore. So I'm like, Dad, is your shit together? Like, I be on them. Like, my mom I don't got to worry about. But my dad, I'm like, look, I know he got 2 policies, but he laughing. It better be enough to get you buried. And that's all I care about. I don't need nothing extra.
Yeah, you just want to be able to.
I just want to be able to take care of it. Everything that need to be taken care of.
And I feel like when you're a certain age, you should get cremated.
You think so?
Your body is old and ugly now. What the fuck we preserving it for and putting it down in the ground? Don't nobody want to look at
Not everybody.
My grandparents are already in their 80s and 90. And at the end of the day, don't nobody want to buy burial funerals should be for younger people with young, good faces, still full of life, looking on the face. If your ass is old with bags and sagging, don't nobody want to look at your old ugly ass at the damn funeral.
But your mortician got to do a good. If you got the right mortician, he gonna make you look 10 years younger. He gonna make you look the right mortician.
And if you 90, you gonna look 80, and your ass need to be cremated. So black people need to stop. No, not even black. This go across the board. Joe Biden is at the age where he need to be cremated. Hunter Biden, since he got pardoned by his daddy, you know what I mean? Maybe another year crack, we might cremate him too. Damn. But right now, Hunter Biden could still be in a casket. You know what I mean? You got casket. We all casket ready. But once you get 75, nigga, you cremated. Damn. Cremated ready.
Cremated. So, okay, I like that.
So after because there's some good looking 70-year-old people.
Who?
What you mean, who?
You know, like who are you talking about?
It's people in their 70s that look like they still in their 50s.
Denzel is 70.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Denzel.
Joe, why you acting like black crack?
No, I'm not saying that. But who you say look good? Like dad and we need to look at them.
There's a lot of young looking people.
If you've been on this earth for 75 years, everybody done seen you. The thing about it is, if you've been on this earth for 75 years, everybody has seen you that comes to your funeral. They have physically seen you. Right. When younger people die, people come to your funeral, everybody ain't seen you. So if your ass is when I see physically have seen you. Like if I die today, I'm gonna have family come to my funeral who have not physically ever seen me or haven't seen me since I was young. When you make it to 75, everybody that come to your funeral either done saw you when you was 10, they done saw you when you was 5, they done saw you when you was 50, they done saw you when you was 40, they done saw your ass when you was 75. You have been seen on this earth for 75 years. Cremation.
So
I'm trying to follow the logic.
You
gotta get it.
I kind of get it.
You could view the body and then do cremating.
How about this?
No, I'm cremating the body up. You've been seen enough, ma'am. You're 75.
Take a damn picture, then cremate.
Yeah, take a picture. Put that up, a little poster. That's way cheaper.
A pull up.
Yep.
A pull up.
We don't need to pay for all that extra shit.
Yeah, fab.
And we're going to have the repass at somebody's house. We're going to save that church fee. We're going to save that preacher fee. We're going to save the casket fee. We're going to save putting your ass in the ground fee. We're going to save the what's the little limousine that they drive you around? The hearse fee. We saving all them fees, Grandma. We're going to take a picture of your old ass, post it up there, have everybody kiss the picture like this, and keep it moving. Next. She cremated right there. We're going to throw the ashes in the water because I don't want that shit in my house. And we going to move on, bruh.
Damn.
You harsh.
I ain't harsh.
Listen, you ain't gonna
I like the logic.
I feel the same way.
About it is,
with younger people, everybody have not seen you. People want to see you before you die because everybody ain't seen you because you young. No, you wouldn't cremate a baby because everybody ain't seen the baby. That's why people come and they be like, "Oh shit, the baby died. Oh no, oh the baby's so beautiful. Oh they just But 75, bitch, I don't even got. Once you get 80, I don't even got no tears at a funeral for you.
It just depends on who it is.
It depends.
It depends who it is. You know what I mean? Now, somebody, that's damn.
I'm making hella logic. Y'all a little lost, but I mean, this shit is logical. Why y'all paying all this shit for somebody that been on Earth for 85 years? Everybody done seen them.
That's why.
Now that I don't get. It's like it costs to die.
You don't get what?
Okay. You dead. Why is it you got to go into debt to get rid? Not get rid.
Well, to be honest, if you do it right when somebody dies, you shouldn't go into debt. You should come up.
But the thing about it is a lot of our grandparents, especially in the Black community, nowadays we're all smarting up. Well, it looked like me and you. You look like you ain't got no life insurance. I'm gonna be honest, but it looked like me and Trey. Like
somebody gonna get paid. All I gotta do is change the beneficiary line. I'll make this
so you got life insurance.
$5,000 go to somebody. Insurance. Yeah, I got life insurance.
Okay, good. Okay, so we have life insurance.
If the cops kill me, guess what? Who get paid?
Probably the city. But let me see. But here's the thing is, like, our grandparents and stuff didn't grow up in an era where people got life insurance. So by the time they even thought about it, they were probably like already 60, 65. And the policies are too high.
Yeah. Or they're not a lot.
Yeah.
The older you get, you know, you like I said.
And old black people always putting a policy in somebody's name who ain't gonna fuck with them after they die. My grandma put her policy in my uncle's name, and he ain't trustworthy.
Yeah, that's another thing. Black people gotta be smarter about the beneficiary.
Who the beneficiary?
Who gonna take care of the
if you know your daughter on crack, don't put that bitch as the beneficiary. That's gonna be smoked up in a week. $10,000 worth of crack. And if she's smoking enough crack, the bitch gonna join you down there in heaven or hell or wherever you go.
If you want to see black people fight, wait till somebody in their family die. Yeah, and there's some money left over. It will cause the most.
They're gonna have the most angry garage sale ever. Yeah. They sell everything. Don't say how much money you gonna charge for that.
Because black people and money just don't mix when it comes to that. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It really don't. You just gotta get somebody that's a beneficiary that's, like you said, very responsible. Mm-hmm.
Have
a second beneficiary. Yeah. So if that person happens to pass away, you got somebody else.
Somebody that got some sense.
You know what I mean? You got your second string.
And a lot of y'all need to put beneficiaries, which I learned from my credit union, because the lady at the credit union was just on the phone with me. I was asking about something separate. She said, sweetie, I know. She said, I may not supposed to. She said, but you need to put a beneficiary on your account. I said, why you say that? Mm-hmm. She said, because if you die, she said, your money go back to the state. And she said they'll eat up all that money, eat up whatever money's in the account. By the time the family get to it, they won't get nothing because it'll go. She said you need to add beneficiaries or a beneficiary to your actual bank accounts as well. Mm-hmm. So people need to be aware of that.
A lot of things, assign somebody power of attorney. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
I don't know about that. Cause you gonna go, because I always feel like scary of a power of attorney is like I'm in the bed and I'm about to take I could live, but they be like, this bitch got by like $100,000.
They got somebody to sign over there. They pull
it ain't hard. All you gotta do is pull the plug and you can be 100,000 there. Shit, I'm pulling the plug, nigga. Fuck out of here.
Like Gary Coleman.
You might want to take care of your bitch ass. You vegetable.
Yeah, but I feel like it's more of a it depends on that person and you know, you saying they owe.
Trey love his family. He wasn't the most. I love my family. Well, he came from a good ass family, but he came from a good family.
You know what I mean?
Some of us out here who don't really fuck with certain people with our family, plug pulled.
Yeah, you know, I just.
But I'm a Scorpio. You a Scorpio. We'll pull the plug.
I'm a Scorpio, but I love people.
Oh, you
that nigga mean Scorpio.
Your birthday is what, 3 days before mine?
When's your birthday?
Mine's on the 11th.
Oh yeah, I'm the 6, 5.
Oh, okay, yeah. Just a few degrees different. just a few degrees. Oh, damn!
I'll pull the plug on all y'all niggas.
Cremate.
It pretty much on everybody
leave
on
them in the street.
My dad's side of the family. All my family is. And look, my dad's side of the family, they the most jankiest as far as the men. You know, my aunt Gladys had her stuff together. You know what I mean? We working on it as we speak. I'm working on all this shit right now as we're talking. I'm waiting on the funeral home to call me tomorrow to get all the arrangements and get everything handled.
So now you arranging shit.
And situated.
Now you arranging.
Because I was her godson and
and you gotta go back out there and you're doing that remotely.
I'm doing, well, right now, I was like, I gotta try to handle it and all that shit. Because my aunt, she did what she was supposed to do.
Which is good.
She did what she was supposed to do with the knowledge she had. Like, it ain't like, okay, I'm glad it's fucked up. She still worked at the hospital. Like I said on the last episode, the hospital she died in was the hospital she worked at for 52 years.
Oh, wow.
She was still employed there at the She was talking about.
How old was she when she passed?
She was 73.
Why was she still working?
A young 73 because
she just had a job.
She had a job.
What caused her to pass?
She never wanted to retire. Cancer.
Oh.
Cancer went in remission. Then it came back. So she had to go back on chemo. And then after that, she ended up having like 3 mini strokes. And then once she had that, her body was too weak for chemo. And it was just a matter of time that she just got weak and weak by the, you know, that it's expedited from that point. If you can't get chemo, she just got weaker and weaker and weaker. My Aunt Gladys was a young 73-year-old.
And that cancer, American food system is kicking people's ass.
Mind you,
Trump said he was going to stop all this bullshit.
Yeah, mind you, after she had the strokes, she was still talking. I'm like, hey, I'm glad it's checking on you. Hey, baby, trying to, just get better so I can go back to work and all that. And she, some people, they just got that work ethic. They just want to work, especially if they not crippled.
They're able to
Trey,
get
let me
around.
ask you a question. How many people have passed in your life within the last 10 years?
Close to me?
Yeah.
Kijo, Boogie, my sister, my Aunt Gladys.
Oh, just 4?
Just 4.
Okay.
That was people that were in my, close to.
Okay.
We're not talking about the outskirts.
Because if it was 3 more, I was about to say, don't get close to this nigga.
No, damn.
Nah, I mean.
I just fucking.
But you know what? That day's coming for all of us, man. And so, but it's like, get your stuff together so your loved ones won't be, tear a family apart.
But also, I'm one of those type of people too, believe that when I do get a life insurance policy, I don't want my shit to be $100,000. I got mine at 10,000. Just, I think I did 25,000 just in case of inflation. You know what I mean? Because when I die, I don't want my family to just start living an amazing life.
I don't want nobody to have nothing.
No, I ain't trying to change your life.
Yeah, I mean, handle your stuff. And
I just want you to pay for my little stuff. You know what I mean? Have somebody pay for the food.
Have your ass in a Fashion Nova dress. $3. $3.
And that's why they won't get $100,000.
They're gonna be like, how much we got? Yeah, they just put her in the box.
Yeah.
They put her in the cheapest thing you can find.
I'm gonna sit and think about that.
They get $100,000 from you. They're gonna walk away about 99,000.
Yeah, that's why they ain't gonna get it.
I must be cremated in a black and gold urn and must be passed around family members every 3 years or some shit like that.
You want to be cremated?
I'm thinking aloud. I want something to be done. I don't want to be forgotten.
I be scared. If I'm
cremation.
Okay with,
I'm here. I'm still present. I don't know.
I'm okay with being cremated, but I don't want to tell people that because I feel like if you young, they'll take your organs and just go ahead and kill you.
And that's another thing. I don't want you to have anything that can be used by somebody else.
Yeah, because everybody know when black people die, your organs go to white people. That's a proven fact.
Look, I don't want
a rich white man who say the N-word. That's who your organ gonna go to. Nice, healthy heart. He know. He white. He know.
It's a get out situation.
Very get out.
Yeah, get out-ish.
Yeah. Black people don't even get on the donor list like that. Yeah, your organs is going to a white man.
My boy Thurston, shout out to Thurston. He's been DJing the dating episodes. He got a heart. I think he probably got a white heart.
A white heart? Is that why he's so cheerful and gleeful?
He cry a lot now.
He cry a lot now.
I said, Thurston, you got a pig heart or a white person heart.
Oh, they be giving people pig hearts?
Man,
I mean, a pig heart is the closest heart to a human.
They give black people animal parts all the time.
Yeah, pig heart is the closest heart to a human.
That's what I think. I'd probably be in the conspiracy theorist.
You are.
You remember that movie? What was that movie? John Q.
Yeah.
John Q. When he said he shot himself for his son.
He wasn't gonna really do it. You think he's gonna really shoot himself? Like if it was real life, if you was in that scenario, would you have pulled the trigger to give your son your heart?
Hell no. I would.
How old is my son?
I was like, hey, look. I look at my son and be like, hey, little nigga, it was your destiny. I see you on the other side.
No,
I see you on the other side.
I would like to think that I would make it possible. I'll give my heart. I'll just,
You would kill yourself.
We have an operation. We have a successful operation. We ain't gonna murder
But you would
myself.
have to die.
You would have to die.
Okay, yeah. Give me some gas.
For your child?
I ain't gonna shoot
These kids
myself
are
in
too
the head.
defiant. I'm not doing it for no child.
Not yet. Not a child.
So
your child.
I'm talking about my child. No.
You're supposed to.
I feel like whatever happened to you was
God's will.
was God's will.
Damn.
Sheesh.
Hey, well, you're gonna be traumatized.
But that was God's will, nigga. I'm not about to take my life and I get up there and be like, God, be like, hey, that little nigga gonna murder 2 people in 5 years. You shouldn't get it.
It's in our it's in our beliefs not to decide when it's time for us to want to give our life up anyway. Yeah. So,
but
you can call that.
Okay, no, but back to you brought it up.
You'll give your child your heart.
No. I would say about what you brought up.
Biden,
and what he did for his son, notwithstanding the BS that's surrounding the situation. Is that something that you would do if you were in that?
Hell yeah, I would pardon my child.
But you
My
wouldn't give
crackhead baby. I won't give him my heart.
But you'll pardon.
But I pardon
you can stay out of jail, but I ain't gonna give you no organ.
Because if I pardon you, we both live. If I give you my heart, I'm out of here.
So it got okay. So Pete. So everybody has a parent. They were pardoning their kids. So we're not mad at Biden for pardoning his son, right?
Even though he was guilty of everything that he did.
Yeah, he's doing it right before Trump get into president because he know president Trump about to be on his ass.
He's gonna do some bullshit. Yeah, Trump ain't gonna do it.
So,
but black parents pardon their kids all the time.
He didn't do that.
You pardon them every time you go down there to the courthouse and get their ass out of jail.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. And you know he did it. Or when you go to court crying, don't take my baby. And you know he done murdered 5 people in the neighborhood.
When you wear free Timmy, free John Boy t-shirt, you basically trying to pardon somebody that you already know did some shit.
You're not pardoning, you're pleading.
Same thing.
He had the power to say, I know you have been convicted of a crimes. And you know what? I pardon you, my son. Come away from the jail that you were supposed to go to.
I don't get what the whole dilemma was with it, though. Are they like, well, if that was Trump, oh my gosh, the Democrats will be up in a roar. Is that what the argument was about?
I think it's because he said he wasn't going to.
Yeah.
So he lied, but as if
he wouldn't have needed to if Kamala had won. He wouldn't have needed to.
Meaning,
so being Kamala lost because she was a Democrat, it was nobody to go after his son. But being that Trump won, he has to pardon his child. But the thing about it is like, I feel like somebody said too, another reason he might be pardoning his son is because if something happened with his son where he got locked up or something could get leaked. Because didn't the daughter write in a diary that Joe Biden was taking showers with her or something like that?
I never heard that.
I could believe
they said that was in the
I could believe
actually
there was some scandal like
it was
that.
like a diary or something like that, and because Joe Biden get real creepy around kids and young girls and stuff like that. If I'm not mistaken, it was something
I
in
think
that
some
nature.
Stuff did come out. I mean, alleged stuff. I don't know if it was.
They hid
true
that under the rug, slid that under the rug quick.
See, that comes with power. You can say, don't say this in the news or the media or whatever. So the hush tones about it, I don't care. Yeah, as long as you don't say it in the media, then it doesn't get out there and people can.
See right here. Why is Biden not in jail for taking showers with his daughter until she was what? She was 15. That's pretty gross. That had came out. So they were saying something about. Yeah, I mean, shit. I don't think he should be taking no shot. But they were saying that it was like a diary or something. And then, I get deep into these rabbit holes. So, whatever news is on the surface, I'm deep diving in. And they were saying yes, because like if he pardons his son, then that maybe not other secrets and shit might not get out.
True. I believe that. Yo, do you know how many scandals and secrets going on in that White House or with these politicians and. Like,
remember that one guy who came out and said, the white guy who came out and said he had sex with Barack Obama, and they never challenged it.
He never challenged it.
One said no.
Everybody was just like, okay, it'll go away. Nobody said no, that's not true. Because sometimes it don't actually have to be Obama that actually says, hey, that's not true. But they have people that are like a PR team that will make a statement or an attorney that will make a statement. Nobody said.
And it's in the White House. They record everything.
Well, I think at the end of the day, if nobody bothered to make a statement, I think if you make a statement, that's leaning more towards that shit could be true. But if you just be like, if you be like, man, get this shit out of here anyway. So the war, all right, we're gonna talk like
trying to gloss it over. In other news, Diddy.
Listen, if some shit came out about me that I know that is not true, I'm not about to make a statement about it.
I am.
I'm gonna be like,
this shit ain't true.
Depending on what it is.
There you go. Depending, you're right. Depending on what it is. If it's something that I feel like,
a gay rumor.
Well, I know I ain't gay, so if I say, yo, this ain't true.
Somebody literally said, I sucked Trey's dick, and it was so good he came back the second night. You wouldn't get you.
You know what?
If somebody just say you gay, cool. But this white guy wasn't even saying that he was just gay. He was graphic.
So my point is this, right? if somebody say that,
had location, time, place, and scenario.
He fabricated all of that.
If somebody say that,
yeah.
And if I can't prove it with hard facts, like he said he did it at this day, as you can see here, I was at home on this day. As you can see here, I was at Chipotle at this day. So you know it's a lie. Everybody,
obviously he sucked your dick.
I'm thinking about Chipotle. So,
and he said you was a little gassy because you had the black beans.
People are going to believe stupid. They're going to believe what they want to believe.
Yeah.
But your non-protest of something like that
makes me more guilty.
It would make, okay. All right. Here was a rumor about me.
About you?
Yeah.
It was.
Well, it was someone's perception. Yo, Fox, I thought you married a white woman. Huh? No, that's not true.
I could see it though.
But it wasn't in the media. If I heard it,
I'd be like, yeah.
But it wasn't in the media, and I wasn't being accused of something. But when somebody hears something about you at whatever level, people be like, oh yeah, that's probably like what you just said. Yeah,
I guess if it's at a big level, I mean, I guess I would be, depending on what the rumor is. Look, some shit came about me doing this, that, and the third. It's not true. It's 100% not true. But then if it is true, you can't. There's no win or lose in that situation.
Can you get ahead of it and be like, yeah, and can you?
To be honest, I think I would really flip it. Like, say if a infidelity scandal came out, I'd be like, yeah, I smashed.
Yeah, you would lean into it.
I smashed. A few times, and
not a few times. Damn, nigga, he's busy.
Yeah, I'm just going to
one time we forgive you. A few times that's unforgivable.
But if you take away the power from everybody being like,
yeah,
then they're gonna be like, oh, this nigga admitted it. Okay, on to the next story.
It's like an 8 Mile when Eminem just went ahead and just told everything about himself, and didn't leave no room.
Yeah, you gotta kind of take the bull by the horns with certain rumors. But if it ain't true, I feel like the more you fight it. Niggas love for shit to
be true when you said it wasn't.
When you said it.
You said,
that's the thing about black folks.
Niggas always want an aha moment. See? Right there.
Yeah.
Knew he was lying.
It's like, yo,
niggas
it's not
love to
true.
be messy.
It's not true.
A gay rumor, I was like, do you have tape? And they have some AI shit. And you're like, damn.
Because they made Michael B. Jordan look gay on AI.
That's a damn
on Twitter.
Shame. You can do anything.
Yeah. So do you think Trump will he pardon Diddy? What you think?
Oh, I never even thought about that. Yeah, I think
he would,
because he liked to do parties.
Why would he? Like, what does he get out of it?
Same reason he pardoned Lil Wayne, right?
He pardoned Lil Wayne.
Didn't he pardon Lil Wayne?
For what?
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken.
That meant a blink and you missed it. I missed that. What?
Yeah. Lil Wayne was...
in some shit.
Yeah.
Was some gun charges or something?
Oh, he pardoned 21 Savage.
He almost got kicked out of the country.
Okay. See, now this is Trump we're talking about.
Right.
Did he do this while he was president?
That's the only way he was able to do it.
Well...
And pardon means they can like get rid of all your charges, right?
I think so.
Hey,
let us know if we're wrong.
I don't know.
I think pardon means you can get rid of everything and it's done. But if we're wrong, let us know.
Those are brownie points. You gonna vote for Trump? Remember, he pardoned 21 Savage.
I think since he pardoned him, why wouldn't he not pardon the Diddy? If he pardoned 21 Savage,
because Trump seemed like he would just go to a Diddy party and
do that dance he be doing. I love to see that when he be doing that though. That shit be cracking.
So bad.
that one when he was like this.
And did you hear him make the statement that "Not Like Us" is his official song?
Yeah.
No, they not like you.
Okay.
So if he did pardon Diddy, are we happy about that?
I'm gonna have to muster up
I feel
some concern
like
about it. I wouldn't.
I mean, for this purpose.
If he did, that means he's setting black people up. You see, I pardoned Diddy. I think it's a setup. It's a setup
to get us on the side.
To get us on his side. Like, why?
Niggas ain't on Diddy's side like that no more. You think?
Well, I think that people would have stayed on Diddy's side, but some people, when they saw that video of him stumping out Cassie, that really changed people's views But I think if we hadn't seen video of that, the rest of it, we could easily just pardon him from it too.
Yeah, but when you see a black man stomping the daylights out of a white woman, then
Cassie not white.
In their eyes, she is not black. Therefore, she is them. And that's at any rate, that's a black man exerting power over a woman.
So if
and
it
the
was
only
a black
people
woman that he did that to, you don't think it would have hit as hard?
It would have hit you in a different way. See, look how they treat it. He would have been demonized even further. Look how he treats his own women, and now we would be demonized even further. But the offense is black man executing power over a woman. The only person that is reserved for is the powerful white man in charge in power. So I think that is an offense, just visually. I think. Cassie, is she a black woman? You may think she is, but does the people who is prosecuting Diddy, do they think she is?
Or they just look at her as a woman?
They should. That is a man harming a woman. You should be held to account for that. You put race on top of it, and now you see a different picture.
That makes sense.
And that's just my opinion, but
I agree.
But Cassie is a desirable woman,
and then she married a white man. So,
well,
yeah, European.
She is desired, and therefore, a black man should not have what a white man desires. So that
made it worse for him.
That made it worse for him. How dare you? If you're gonna demonize somebody, you're gonna stomp somebody else. Stomp out one of your own women.
I don't think he's gonna do a long amount of jail time. I think he's gonna get out. But I think that the reason why it would be not good for Trump to just come in and pardon him is because of that video footage that we saw.
Yeah, it's
if
too
we
damning.
hadn't seen that, then you could like do some shit and be like, well, you have really no evidence about these sex parties and stuff like that. But once we saw him stump her out,
that was bad.
That shit, you can't pardon a woman abuser. I know you talking about Trump like, yo, I'm grabbing her by the pussy, but
That's
then
different.
to watch somebody get stumped out, that still was word of mouth.
If Trump said you can stomp her out, that you would see that a little bit differently. Those are two different things. But I think if Diddy gets a pardon,
that's just tacky.
we as black men are gonna be demonized even further.
Why is that? Why? I wonder why. Because of one person that we all will be put in that category.
Because now there's a reason to hate us, because, and this is just my opinion, but when all that scandal came off and Diddy this and Diddy that, who were they not talking about? They weren't talking about Epstein. They weren't talking about Weinstein. They weren't talking about nothing. Now, all of a sudden, Diddy is the poster child for
sex trafficking
or
everything
of the abuse of women. Now he's a target. So now he's the demon. He's the demon poster child.
So who we being demonized by? Black women or just people in general? Who
it just in my opinion, it just changes your perception of you when you walk into the room. There go Diddy right there. In their minds, Diddy right there.
When you say their mind, who minds are you referring to?
Anti-black bigots and delusional black people who believe that shit.
I think you're going too far down a rabbit hole.
No, you said rabbit hole. I'm going down.
Yeah,
there.
I know, but I don't think they're going to look at every black man and demonize him based off of Diddy. If they demonize black people, they just demonize black people, but it's not going to be based off of Diddy. Yeah, because also, white people do look at interracial blacks, biracials as black, especially somebody like Cassidy. So I don't see them like if he did some shit to Taylor Swift, you know what I mean?
You've been put under the jail.
Yeah, but I mean it's not the America's sweetheart. It's just like boom, Cassie. And I think people just need a talking point. People really not even mad at Diddy. People just need a talking point.
Well,
people got tired.
Trendy.
People get. Here's the thing about black folks too. Black folks are more vocal when we get tired of somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, now you want to say something.
Mm-hmm.
White people are more, they won't say shit until.
Yeah.
It's coming in their backyard.
Yeah. Like they'll say whatever and then let it go. Like, this is what white people know. All I got to do is spark the fire.
Yeah.
And throw it.
And
then the black people going, pour all the gasoline on it and let it just blow all the way up. They're going to be the ones to do the damage. All we got to do is just
sit back.
That motherfucker.
Because that even got people coming forward saying they was at Diddy party and they saw little people. And Harvey from TMZ was like, was it children? And she's like, it was midgets. She kept doing this. What does that mean? Little people are allowed to have freaky ass sex at parties, but little we don't want children, do.
Yeah.
But if it's a little person,
I mean grown little.
When I say little person, I'm talking about someone that is considered a dwarf or a little person. Yeah. If they're 2-3 foot tall and they want to be in there having sex at a Diddy party, so what? That's their prerogative. But when you say little people and then you make a reference like where it can be insinuated like it was children, those are two different things.
Yeah.
Those are people who want to put their 2 cents in and say, aha.
But it's like Harvey from TMZ, you sitting up here interviewing a woman with a damn bra. A bra. She showed up to a bra. Yeah, she had bra and jeans. I ain't trusting nobody showing up to a goddamn interview with a bra on.
Yeah.
A bra top.
I tried to go to one Diddy party. I couldn't get in though. And I'm the king of sneaking in places and getting in places. But they was on it. They was on top of it. Man. And it was a big party.
Because you look like you would get on the podcast and tell.
Shit.
Anytime somebody like that shows up at the club, all of a sudden the price to get in goes up $50.
Or more.
Or more. I was like that in Atlanta.
This was his house.
Oh, nigga. So
I wasn't at his house.
All you had to do was show up with a bottle of baby oil.
If I would have known that then.
You would have went. No liquor, just baby oil.
They like, come on in.
They no liquor, just baby oil.
That's some diabolical shit.
Like, baby oil and some type of pills or something.
I would have been all up in that. I would have been like, I'm the dealer.
Show up at the back.
I would have walked up with a suitcase of baby oil and pills. Like, I'm the dealer. Come on. It's like, I ain't know.
Move out the way.
That was some diabolical shit, boy.
Like get the motherfucking party started, baby.
Okay.
Pills and oil. I
don't know what I would do if I was at a party and then I just saw this shit like that. This baby oil just coming out of the woodworks and pills. I'd just be like, yo, I'm out.
Yeah,
I'll grab a plate. I'll grab another plate.
Because they always got
good food.
Freaky ass parties always got good ass food.
They want to keep you there.
I'm mad because do you ever feel like some type of way out of all the parties we ever been to? We've heard rumors about some of the people that we've been to their parties and their houses that they be having sex at these parties. And sometimes I'll be offended like, why ain't nobody ever asked us to have sex? Ain't nobody asked us to go to the back and get freaky. I think about it. What the fuck wrong with me?
I at least want to tell somebody.
What's wrong with me?
Nothing's wrong with you, Daphnique.
Well, why I ain't get invited to the freak off?
Well, first of all, the man
thought you was gonna get on the podcast and talk about it.
Pretty much, I sure was. Don't tell everything I know.
If it's a dude, they ain't gonna really approach another dude that ain't in the crew from the beginning.
Yeah.
A lot of times, if it's something like that going on, like you the new dude, is like, nah, like. For a guy, in my opinion, I think it takes years and years and years of vetting.
You mean
like
grooming?
I gotta see, I gotta do certain things to see if he even down.
But women normally just get invited to freak offs. They don't have to vet us.
They don't gotta vet you.
But I'm just saying, I've never been invited.
They see you at Whole Foods and be like, come to the party tonight.
Come to the freak off.
What's your name?
Daphnique.
Okay, well we'll see you tonight. They don't gotta vet y'all
blue
at all.
Blue pill, red pill. I'm like, both.
Dudes, they gotta they
gotta vet y'all. But women, it's just like, yo, why ain't nobody? What the fuck wrong with me?
Yeah, they know.
I think you get a question.
They done heard you cursing somebody out early at the party. They done saw you doing it. They done saw you stuff some chicken in your purse. They done saw you do all kind of shit. And is
chicken in your purse.
There's always somebody that said, Daphnique, you want to drink? No, I don't drink. Oh, all right, check that out.
That's true.
I think you get a question there.
But I ain't never been drunk. I ain't never been
there, they ask you a certain set of questions, or offer you this. Oh, she ain't gonna take this.
They already got a picture of you in their house. Like, she don't drink. They got a big X.
Okay.
They got a big. If you see her though, she don't drink.
All I want to do is watch.
Yo.
Are you a voyeur? What do you call it? Voyeurism.
Yeah,
voyeur. Cuckle.
Exhibitionist voyeur.
What?
I bet your swinging ass no.
Damn.
I ain't no swinger. I done
upside down pineapple.
I done seen some shit.
You look like you'll stumble upon a little sex party.
No, I've never been invited.
Joe uptight. Joe's very
Joe will pull his dick out.
Joe's conservative. Joe's not a wild boy.
No, I'm not wild like that.
Joe was like, when we was talking about poly, he ain't even know what poly was.
Okay. In my defense, I was playing stupid.
Why?
Because I just wanted to play into it. I didn't have anything else to say.
So yeah.
But I thought that was weird. I thought, that her description of it was weird because polyamory is.
Who was talking about that?
What's her name? Christine.
No, not Christine. Chris.
Chris.
Yeah, Chris. Yeah, good comedian.
I think in some cultures that's accepted, but they're doing it the right way. They ain't doing it the freaky American Western culture way, and you just want to have bitches, nigga. You ain't building.
Nah, I think the people that I know that do poly, because poly ain't an easy thing to do. You got to take care of two women.
Yeah.
Okay, but you
ain't nobody that
those women have to understand what it is too, not just you, and you paying for.
That's a fact.
Everybody got to be on the same page.
Yeah, it's got to be on the same page.
It's really about building family and community.
Yeah,
some people just trying to use it for sex.
Some people try to use it for sex and don't hide the fact that they just
trying to get freaky.
Yeah. Like, I got a girlfriend and I got a wife. Like, y'all down?
Yeah.
And sometimes the women
pay
be
for
like,
everything.
I'm down too.
We got a good job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's not poly. Poly family and
I already said that.
Power is supposed to come out of that.
I feel like the poly started with them Mormons up there in Utah.
Now they really practicing poly though, because they really taking care of them families and having children. And did you know that with some of those Mormons, did you know a lot of them build stuff? Well, I watched a documentary where they build stuff, and what they do, the reason why they be allowing they be having businessmen that be like high professional businessmen, and they come into this and they sell them on the thing where you can have multiple wives and you can have all these children and stuff. And they actually come in, and what they do is they make those young boys work almost like child slave laborers. Mormons have built quite a few like Walmarts and businesses from the ground up, and they get all those young boys that are 14, 15 out there working. You see what I'm saying? And building that shit up. Now it's free labor.
That don't sound like a bad idea. If you
it
ask
don't.
me.
Black people been doing it in history. When you got a farm or something like that, you know what I mean? You gonna make them kids work.
Well, I mean, it's a family business, and it's a culture of building.
Family business, child slave labor. For free.
Are you teaching
My mama used to do it to me. Pass me the remote control. Bitch, I'm upstairs.
They always did that.
Yeah.
That's just a black thing.
Human trafficking
black
you from upstairs to downstairs.
Just to tell them to go get the remote.
Yeah.
My grandmother used to do that. I would be outside. My grandmother called me in. Mean, come here. Run in the house. What's up? Turn that air off for me.
Oh,
I'm like,
turn it off.
I'm like, are you for real?
And that's why older black people be having diabetes and high blood pressure, because your ass don't want to get up and walk and get the damn remote control.
Yeah, we didn't have remote control.
Get your ass up and get that blood circulating.
My mom and dad just had me and my brother turn the channel to.
Yeah,
we didn't have this.
You ain't need that.
This.
I can't wait till I have kids so I can tell them. Yeah.
You want how many kids you want?
Two.
You want two?
Boy and a girl, 2 girls, or two boys.
Or
whatever God bless me, as long as they healthy.
You just want to tell them what to do.
Yeah, I didn't do that with.
At what age you gonna start
gender.
that?
You don't, because you're the only child, right?
Mm-hmm. My mother's.
Yeah. Okay,
my daddy got 5 of us.
Okay. So your auntie?
No.
Okay.
Nobody has any children? You have no nieces and nephews?
Well, you look like an aunt, like you would be a dope auntie. Like, it looked like you would be that cool. I want to go to Auntie Daphnique house. I want to go with Auntie Daphnique. I want to.
Or go to one of her shows or something like that. You probably get your like nieces and nephews to their shows. You got the cool
auntie swag. I'm surprised you're not. So yeah, you'll be a good mom too. I think you'll be a dope mother.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, man. You better hurry up though. Talk about.
You better hurry up.
I'm 30.
Talk to me.
Have you sold your eggs? Have you sold your eggs?
Sold them? No.
Or donated them for money?
No.
Are you in the age range?
No, I'm probably out of it. I probably could have did it years ago.
Really?
Oh, okay. I think
can't get them 30-year-old eggs. Seem like good eggs to me. Like,
well, 30 something. We ain't gonna say how old you are, but when you the cutoff is in your 30s. I know.
I don't know how to pick eggs at the grocery store. I just be like,
man, I've been getting a lot of eggs lately, making omelets and shit.
Yeah,
omelets be good, Jack.
Ain't no rush. Ain't no need to rush a hat. You know, you got when it's right, but. Being a parent, like I said, it changes. It changes.
Yeah, because you're the only parent in the room.
I'm the only parent in the room, man.
And then Tony had kids late. A kid late, huh?
He did.
Yeah. I know if I ever have children,
you want any?
I do want children, but I'm thinking about, man, I'm gonna be that old dude with children.
Yeah, because you about 40.
Yes.
Yeah. You still want kids, Joe?
Yeah, I do.
Nigga, what are you waiting on?
The right womb.
You might as well just get somebody pregnant and just
call it
just shoot the club up and just make it do what it do.
Just find somebody that's like, yo, you want kids? Yeah, all right, I do too.
Cool.
It's fine. And
just
then
co-parent.
Yeah, if it don't work, as far as y'all
being something like
together,
that, I got to get over that. I got to get over. It's like, okay, how's this co-parenting situation gonna work?
You putting too many obstacles.
Yeah, I guess so.
Only one obstacle should be she shouldn't.
Common
sense. You gonna push the mic damn near out the show over?
He's like,
I know. The only obstacle should be she shouldn't be in the business. So the only thing, like, it should be somebody with a good, stable job, nurse.
I heard nurses are hoes.
God, dang.
That's what they say. They said that's the number one hoe profession.
Nah, it's
the number one. I thought it was like bartender.
No, they said they said nurses are number one for hoes.
Nurses are hoes,
and
they
women,
got all the kids
and women who work third shift at UPS. Let me tell you, boy, them third shift UPS workers, boy, I used to run through them. Third shift UPS.
Third shift UPS hoes.
What you said?
Where they fly?
Huh?
Where they fly?
Nigga,
the brown pants wearing.
Like, it'll be some bad chicks working at UPS third. And it's third shift, so we working and we get off at 2 o'clock.
And y'all having sex at the job?
No, not at the job.
On the crates.
Might even maybe in the parking lot, or you know what I mean, or somebody go to somebody's house afterwards, or 2 o'clock in the morning when you getting off.
What was the whole job back in the day?
Chill, like
what was the whole job back in the day? Like
strippers? It used to be strippers.
No, back in the day, that's where you would get all the chicks back in the day. Let me tell you,
it's service center
even
somewhere?
now. Customer service center. A call center? Oh my God. All the bad chicks worked at the call center. MCI in Atlanta. All the bad chicks. I'm talking Instagram models, nigga.
If Instagram was back then,
they all be at the call center. And shit, you'll work your little 4 hours.
Oh, that's it?
That's it. Part-time. All the jobs part-time. Making some, decent money, and where we going? What we be drinking? We doing, I'm in college, we promoting parties, so having parties at the crib. Man, them call center chicks, boy. Mix them with the UPS girls.
Oh man,
having a good fucking time. Having a good fucking time, man. So those two were the whole jobs. Man, when I was coming up,
I worked at TSA. And there was some bad ones up in there. But see, when they take your stuff, those bottles of liquor, and, when they do that, that ends up somewhere.
Oh.
That ends up somewhere. They don't throw that in the trash. They log it and they put it on the shelf, and it ends up in a place where it's accessible to niggas that work at TSA. They gonna have some party, always got the liquor.
I believe teachers might be low-key hoes.
Ooh.
Think teachers? Single teachers. I ain't talking about married teachers. I'm talking
married
about
teachers used to be single
married
teachers.
too. They the ones sleeping with the kids.
Oh, yeah.
You think about it every time you look in the news.
Every high school had somebody, some teacher, and some student that was smashing.
I wish it was like one or two teachers I wanted to smash when I was like in the 3rd or 4th grade.
Third or damn,
you
Trey.
thinking about sex that early?
What, 3rd, 4th grade? I grew up in the projects, yeah.
Oh my God.
Like my grandmother watched the stories.
I want to see this teacher.
You know what I mean? So you would watch the stories. You sit there watching the stories with your grandmother, like you knew what all that shit. I was a managed baby. I was a managed kid. I was looking at the mannequin skirts at 3, 4, looking.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
Y'all don't see that on you now. That's crazy.
Yeah, I would rub their legs. I would rub on my uncle girlfriends. I'd be under the table rubbing their legs, and they would hug me. I'd be trying to kiss them in their mouth. I was a managed kid early.
Man.
Yeah.
Man, you better behave yourself. This ain't
I
gonna age well at all.
But you actually like learned some discipline. Like you grew out of it.
I grew up around women.
Okay.
And, you know, so
you got slapped
and I was the baby. I was the baby. Mm-hmm. So everybody would always pick me up. Mm-hmm. And
you was
they pick me up and
breasts all in your
at
face.
Church and all them titties all up.
Okay.
You all like, oh shit. Like
you freaky ass nigga 69 guy.
You knew it was something. You knew it was something up under there. You knew. You know what I'm saying? But
it was at the right time. You stay in that situation for too long, and then something happened to you.
I played house growing up. Y'all ain't play house?
No.
No, we just
see,
at the house.
In the house. Y'all grew up in a house. You see, y'all grew up in a house.
Man, if I showed you where Google Earth, if I showed you where I used to live, man, I'd be like, man, this neighborhood went downhill. I can't even believe I used to live there.
When you live in the projects, all the kids play together. Mm-hmm. And like, so, you know, we was just exposed to shit we really shouldn't have been exposed to, I think. And it all came from TV, because in the projects, you got mothers who's on crack, you know, not my mama, but you got a little bit of everything in those projects. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So even if one kid don't necessarily know about it, they'll introduce the other kid. Hey, you want to play house? Well, what's house?
Yeah.
Well, you the mommy, I'm the daddy.
Take your clothes off.
And we got to start. Now you humping that 4. You dry humping that 4.
But listen, Trey, I don't want to listen to your child molestation stories.
Yeah, Trey, I'm uncomfortable.
This is real shit. I just talk about
you was touched. Talk to a therapist. Come on,
please. You need to talk to Dr. What's her name? Joy, whatever her name is.
Nah.
Dr. Cheyenne. You need to talk to her.
It's a lot of project kids came up the same way.
Hey, man. Hey, you can be president.
But I didn't lose my virginity until I was like 16. I lied about being a virgin up until I wasn't one. I lost my virginity my junior year of high school.
When did you start lying about being not being a virgin?
Nigga, when people was like, you ain't get no pussy.
Like 6th grade. Yeah.
Nah, I think probably about like maybe 10th.
10th grade?
Yeah, probably maybe 10th I was lying. 9th or 10th.
Felt so ashamed that you ain't had none. I remember them feeling, yo, man, you a virgin?
And the chick who...
I said, no. Because I didn't know what one was. You ask somebody too young, I was like, no. You just sound like you ain't supposed to be a virgin. Yeah. So I said, no.
See, I grew up in the South. See, it's a different type of living when you grow up north.
It's a different type of virgin in the South, ain't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's like...
Yeah, you got to work for it.
No, I'm just saying, just the atmosphere, just everything, how everything moves. You know what I mean? When you grow up in like I said, in the inner city, you are exposed to so many different things. Everything is so close together.
So you said you were a managed child. You mean like you just were?
I was just a managed baby.
But you were just like unsupervised and.
No, my mom and they would be like, boy, what you doing? Leave that lady alone. Like, nah, I wasn't unsupervised.
Like when you
as a baby
with other kids, like it's like you were
no,
with
not
kids.
With other, not with kids. Okay. No. When I say I was managed, I would see grown women, and I was like, oh shit. I was turned on by grown women at an early age. You guys, my mom, like they still laugh about it to this day. Mm-hmm. I would go to random women, rub their legs.
They knew you was gonna be a ladies' man at a certain age,
and they would, you know, they'll go ahead and pop me and be like, "Stop, boy," you know.
Man, just think if they didn't, and demonized you because of it.
Nah, it was all innocent.
Yeah, I know it was back then, man. Yeah. When you don't allow a young boy to explore those feelings. And you demonize them for them, you go the other way.
Everybody turns something,
yeah, you go the other way. And now you.
It's funny, people don't like to talk about how they came up. Like, yo, it's so many hundreds of millions of people that came up like that.
Yeah. And I'm talking like that, and I ain't had no rum punch. We got to shout out Captain Kurt.
Captain Kurt, you're making rum. We appreciate you, man.
Yo.
Our guests got to make a move. We appreciate you, Daphnique, for coming through. Let everybody know where you're going to be at and what's going on with you.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Make sure you check out my website, www.imdsprings.com. Coming to a city near you. Thank you. I'm Daphnique Springs.
Yeah,
appreciate
thank
you.
you
Give
so
it
much.
up, man. Thank you, Daphnique, so much.
And also,
podcast.
no,
we don't got to wrap up. We still got a few more minutes.
Oh, okay, yeah. We just want to make sure we mention it because sometimes listeners, if it's right at the end, they'll be like, "We ain't gonna catch it. We should have said it."
All right, say it back.
You out? Okay.
Sorry about that. I thought you said to 8 o'clock.
You good?
Okay,
it's all good.
Oh,
thank
it
you
is
so
8:15. Oh,
yes.
shit.
Yeah, I was like,
Oh, okay.
We were ending.
Well, we'll probably be here for a few more minutes.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Be safe. Appreciate you.
Okay, bye.
I didn't even realize it was.
Man, we chopped up some good game,
yeah,
man.
Yeah. Next week.
Next week is December the 10th, and that is our first ever Christmas party live right here, 6:30. We have a live studio audience, and please feel free to jumpstart your holiday seasons with us live from the green.
If you're in the LA area, RSVP at what is it?
Well, if you RSVP on Eventbrite, I just set that up today.
Yeah.
So Eventbrite live from the green room Christmas party. Go ahead and RSVP. You'll get a email with the address, with the exact place, because the seating is limited. Bring a friend, wear an ugly sweater. It don't matter. Jumpstart your holiday season with us. It's
and
gonna be a dope show.
Yeah, and also the week after, December 17th, the Winter Date with Tony Rock episode, Love from the Green Room. That's going to be an episode you don't want to miss. We got several ladies that are going to be not competing. What's the word we decided to use?
Participating.
To win a date with Tony Rock is going to be dope. It's going to be fun. We're going to have a DJ. It's going to be another party. And you guys already know how I go. You've seen the first 2 Love from the Green Room episodes. They were a success. So we're going to continue that. And that's going to be the season finale on the 17th of December.
Yes,
and
17th.
From there, we're going to take a small hiatus, so everybody can enjoy their holidays and everything like that.
Yeah.
And we'll be back in January.
Looking forward to something else. December the 18th is Rock the World Wednesday. So
December the 18th, Rock the World Wednesday. So listen, man, you already know what we're doing. We appreciate all the new subscribers we got in the last week.
Let's check on that.
Yeah,
Let's
see where we at. And we appreciate all the comments, all of the shares. We appreciate all that, all the interacting. I'm Trey Elliot. This is Joe Fox. So when you watching the episodes, you know our names and who we are. So when you comment, you don't have to say, "Oh boy," or that dude. Trey Elliot and Joe Fox.
Right. Yeah. Tony Rock, Joe Fox, Trey Elliot. That's Trey Elliot. I'm Joe Fox.
This is Joe Fox.
Tony Rock, safe travels to that brother as he travels, as he has a little vacay wherever he is. We are at 3,265 subscribers. So shout out to y'all. So make sure if you got this far, make sure you like this and share this, and we will see you again and again and again. Yo, this is a dope episode.
Good episode, man. Yeah. Good to chop it up, man. Live from the Green Room, episode 51. Till next time, we out of here. Peace.